Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Wahar Rakak Wadash, which in the ancient Hebrew tongue would be the correct names of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit. Also want to give double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and Shalom, much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's also laboring in His work. So yeah, this lesson right here is going to be concerning the times and seasons that we in. You know, the year 2018 being the year of prophecy. And as the prophecies continue to unfold, then us brothers that's in the know, you know, you serious-minded brothers out there who are spiritually invested, and and you understand the magnitude of the moment, well, we perfectly know and understand and overall expect the so-called white man to come after us, man. Why is that? Because this devil waging war on pretty much the children of Israel, but in particular the elect, the men of the Lord, well, that was actually foretold in the scriptures. When you read Isaiah, the 55th chapter, it tells you how the word of the Lord will not go out void, you see? And what's a part of the word of the Lord? Esau coming after us, man. So just like we believe in the prophecies, the things that we have seen come to pass, things that have been fulfilled, things declared from the beginning, things of old, foretold, through the inspiration of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai through the prophets. Well, guess what? The fact that Esau is going to wage war on the children of Israel, that's going to come to pass as well, man. And we expect that, all right? We know how this devil roll. He have a very unconventional, unique way of waging war. You see, he's the accuser. When you take a glimpse into this man's history, man, and you ain't got to look that far back. You consider Gaddafi or this guy, what's this guy, Saddam Hussein, and others. Well, the so-called white man created a certain narrative. You know, they created a boogeyman, and that justified them. That gave them the wiggle room to go after, those particular targets, man. And he's not going to shy away from that. That's an instinct, That's why he's the accuser. So this man waging war is in the form of, for an example, over the past 48 hours or so, this man been plastering all over the news these botched terrorist attacks, that came to this guy, Obama and the Clintons and others. Well, that was nothing more than a false flag. That's this man and his unique way of waging war against a certain people. And we know who that energy is going to be geared towards. You see? It's going to be geared towards us. Like the elder Yashawamba, I was watching him, and he made the point that these elites, they panicking because all of this talk of Israel, Judah, and you got this guy Kanye West did the 12 tribe thing. And that's making this man react, all right? Not just the fact that the talk of Israel is going out, but that Israel vibration is being associated with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's a direct threat. That's a direct attack to this man's system. See? So in order for him to justify himself silencing us, he's going to have to create false flags. He's the accuser, you know? And again, as these prophecies continue to be fulfilled, as the prophecies unfold, then expect this man to come after us. And why is that? Mainly because this man, he know the prophecies as well. He knew that the day that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans woke up, he was going to have to polish up that sword, man, because that's the only thing he can revert to. This man is not diplomatic, the first thing he's going to revert to is his instincts and his gift and his blessing, and that's the sword, all right? Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yeah, and how, you know, is this man measuring up this time? You know, how did this man come to the conclusion that he have but a short time? Because of the prophecies, man. Thus the title of this lesson. As the prophecies unfold, expect this devil to come down with great wrath. Because the only way this man knoweth that he have but a short time is the fact that, first and foremost, the prophets have been raised up. You see? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick in Psalms chapter 37. And I start at the 10th verse. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Right. And we just read in Revelation, the 12th chapter, that they know that they have a little time, a short time, a little while. All right? Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Verse 12, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. And how can this man plot against us? I mean, why would this man even plot against us? Because he is privy of us, man. He see us. These devils, these higher ups, they actually subscribe to us, man. These devils see the prophets. In order for you to plot on someone, you had to have them in the crosshair. You had to have them in your scope. See? So these devils understand the fact that we are out speaking, that this is a form of prophecy being fulfilled. You know what? Let me see if I can get this. 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last. Yeah, and technically, each and every brother that go out on the streets is an apostle. But for the sake of order, we only refer to our leaders as the apostles. But technically, we are all apostles. That word apostle simply means to be sent forth. So the scriptures say, for I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last. And you see, well, the apostles is in the same breath with last. You got a lot of our people out there, they want to see a sign and a wonder. Show me a sign that we're in the last days. Well, the fact that you see men, standing out on the streets, bringing out this gospel in its purest form, well, that's the ultimate sign. And guess who else see that? The elites. It says, as it were appointed to death. See? For we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels and to men. Meaning, that covers all bases. So not only are, the stragglers that walk by the camp or the scoffers and scorners that come up on the comment board, but guess what? The angels, and in this case, the elites, we are made a spectacle unto the elites. They watching us, man. And what we speaking is a direct attack to their kingdom, and in particular, their new world order. It tells you there's nothing new under the sun. When you go back 2,000 years ago, there was men of Yahweh who was raised up, who taught the idea of a new kingdom, of a new king. You see? And the Romans perceived that as a threat. And what happened? They came after those men, man. So everything is played out, and it happens again and again and again. But this time, Yahweh is not going to let Esau just run rampant. All right? Let me get that. But you know what? Before I get that, let me get another quick precept that come to mind. Just to prove that these devils is watching us, man. All right? This is Psalms 23 and 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. See, and that table is this knowledge. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Yeah, so we are doing this in the presence of our enemies, which that's going to cause a reaction. If you consider the whole dynamic between the predator and the prey, You know, you got the predator's on the prowl. And if that prey, make himself known, he might make noise, then that predator is gonna react. What the predator gonna do, he's gonna attack the prey, man. So that's how we were set up. We were set up to be the prey, man. And there's a reason for that. So the Lord can step in and deliver us, because there's no way we can ward off this damn devil, man. All the weaponry he got, the technology he got, it's going to take divine intervention. It's going to take Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, you see, to deliver us from this devil. Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy, we just read in Psalm the 23rd chapter, thou prepares my table before the eyes of my enemies. And this is the reaction of the enemy. By seeing us teach this word, by seeing us declare the downfall of his system. Well, this is his reaction. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and a flood is overwhelming. This is going to be overwhelming to you Israelites. You see? The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, right? And that's echoed in Matthew, the 7th chapter. Start at the 24th verse. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock, which that rock is who? Yahweh Shah. And the rain descended and the floods came. And we just read when the enemies come in like a flood, man. We are in that time. It can happen tonight. And the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. See? So when the floods come, the Lord is going to protect us in that day, man. All right? Verse 26, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And that's dealing with these other Israelite groups, IUIC, ISUPK, ITR, Good Samaritans. These are Israelites who heard the sayings, but they didn't do them. Verse 27, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. And that's what's going to happen, because although we the only ones that push out the information of martial law, Jacob's trouble, these other groups, they don't go into all that. But guess what? That doesn't mean it's only going to affect us. It's going to affect these other Israelite groups, man. And me, personally, I say this through the Spirit, I don't believe the sincere man of Great Millstone is going to be touched, man. I believe the martyrs that you read about is going to come from these different camps. I mean, that's just me personally. I believe through the Spirit, that's going to be their rite of passage. Because you got to remember, they teach in Israel. There's a lot of these guys in these different groups that's sincere. But they didn't hearken to us, so the Lord might set it up where they end up being martyred, just to get that rite of passage, man. But hey, I speak as a man, but I mean, I really believe that through the Spirit, because the scriptures tell you, man, we are doing what is required of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, man. The Lord is going to protect us in that day, you see? So I really believe the martyrs and most of them guys that get caught up is going to be the ones who the Lord is going to have mercy on out of these different camps, but they're going to have to find out the hard way. They rite of passage is going to be, more up close and personal, so to speak. They're going to have to shed blood, all right? But I just wanted to go into that. Again, as these prophecies begin to unfold, we, being men of the Lord, must expect Esau to come, all right? And again, I got to say it once again, it can happen tonight. That's where we at. We ain't in the times of, next week. We in the time where we expecting it to happen tonight, all right? So with that, shalom.